Williamson is 10 times the world champion. Bax and Stupilis, they've done it again. Unbelievable. Marvin van Lukenen certainly deserves the red plate. And what an incredible sport this is. Fast, high and spectacular. Unbelievable.
Hello and welcome. We're in Germany for the penultimate round of the 2023 FIM Sidecarcross World Championship. And we are in Rudersberg, about 25 miles away from Stuttgart, in the southwest of Germany, the most picturesque part of the world. Rolling hills, vineyards, what more could you want? The wine, I can tell you, is very, very good here. We kicked off in Spain. We went all the way down to the Iberian Peninsula. Spain and Portugal saw us when Marvin van Lukenen was invincible. He won the first 4 races. That set him on track to carry the red plate for the rest of the season. The Dutch sand proved to be a benefit for Koen Hermans and Ben van den Bogart. In France, Bax was strong, but van Lukenen took victory there too. Hermans again fighting back. Etienne Bax and André Chermak still had to find their form, but it wasn't going to take long. Poland is where it happened, and they were coming and coming fast. Battling all the way through, top of the box, carried the form on to Estonia. What an amazing season we've had. It's been so long and so tough. And these guys have ridden to the occasion every single weekend. Germany was spectacular. How fast it was. The Prunier boys were good there, but again, Bax and Chermak brought it home. They were piling on the points, but still van Lukenen was carrying the red plate. In Ireland, it was 1 race apiece. Moving on to the UK as well, the same thing happened there. So these guys were neck and neck. It was Bax and van Lukenen taking a race each in both of those UK rounds. When was the deadlock going to end? Well, Loket proved to be another fantastic weekend for van Lukenen, stretching the gap to 24 points.
Marvin van Lukenen and Nicolas Musset come here to Rudersberg with a 24-point lead in this championship. They've dominated also the French championship. Marvin, despite winning 22 out of 24 races, you're not the champion because of a technicality about a license.
Yeah, there was some rules from France and I had not the FIM license from France, and yeah, about that we can take the title, but anyway, it was a good training for us, and yeah, it's only one title important for us.
It's also good for Nico to be prominent in his own country, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure, and also for his sponsors it's important, and yeah, I love the French track, so yeah, it was a good training and a good preparation for the hard packs on the World Championship, so yeah, we got a good French Championship.
Rudersberg this year could not be more different from 12 months ago when we were up to our knees in mud.
Yeah, I'm happy that it will be stay good weather this weekend. It's yeah, it's very important here. It's yeah, big shit if it's bad weather, but it's for everyone the same. So yeah, I'm happy, and yeah, let the weekend begin.
Justin Kerben and Dion Rietman had a very dramatic locket, as most of us know. The first question I wanted to ask when we get here, obviously, Justin, is what's the news on Dion?
Dion is recovering. The kidney is getting back at work, so we hope we get some good news soon that he can be fit for next year again.
Well, that is great. The other good news is you have a perfectly capable passenger coming here, Rodolphe Le Breton, and you are only 5 points behind the Lille Bardis boys, and ahead of them is Wilkinson. So a lot to play for.
Yeah, P4 still possible, so we're gonna fight for it and see where we end up, and after Castelnau.
You've had a brilliant season. You know, our best wishes obviously go to Dion, and that is such good news you've told us. The young French passenger you've got, I mean, he is a super sub, isn't he? He's ridden with everybody here.
He's riding with everybody this year. Last year I also raced one race with him, and we did 2 Dutch Championship races now, and the feeling is super. So I'm not worrying about that. So.
Our track walk interview this week features Tim Prumer, because all through the season we've seen Tim Prumer, Jarno Steegmans and more recently Rodolphe Le Breton get hole shot after hole shot. You really know how to get off the line. So first of all, apart from qualifying, how do you pick your position on the gate?
Yeah, now we got not such a good time practice, so I look where are the other good riders. Maybe then I choose my line between them or inside, outside. What is better for me? Here it was for me better to be inside of Bucks and Kolben. And then we have a look on the straight. Where's a good grip? Where's it slippery? Where we got dirt and where we got hard pack? And of course, how is the corner? That's important.
Well, of course, here, Tim, they water it heavily, so this side of the track gets really, really wet, and that could slow you just for a second.
Yeah, it is. That's also the question, when is it? Is it in the morning? Is it wet here? If it's too wet, we got slippery dirt or we
sticky.
got stuck. Yeah.
Yep.
And then it's maybe better on the outside line. Now I would say here's the perfect grip, so I would choose this line.
And then once you get through this, you're heading for the corner. And I watched you a couple of starts here this weekend already, and there is some pressure. You've got people coming in from the outside as well.
Yeah, it's true. You need to feel that you lead the pack, and then you need to slow them down, break them, be clever, and go in front of the other good people, good starter, good rider, and slow them down that you don't overpace and slip over the corner. You need to be hard on the brake.
Well, I'm looking here, and this is actually polished.
Yeah.
Polished stone almost, so it's rock hard, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's very special ground. It's very hard. You got much of rubber on it, and that's also, it's on this track we have very, very hard pack if it's dry. So you need to choose a good tire that stay long in a 30-minute race, and a tire which is good on a very hard pack.
Well, a final word about the track. They know how to build a motocross track here, don't they? They've been doing it for long enough.
Yeah, it is. We got nice changes now in the track. I think it's a traditional track, but they are working on it. They make small changes and they make it a bit more in time with the whoop section and stuff, and I like it really much like this.
It seemed to me, I mean, you might disagree, but it seemed to me that the left-hand sidecars like this quite well, you know?
Yeah, I think it's a very cool track for left-hand sidecars. You got it also with the start. For a right-hand sidecar, the inside line is not good because the angle of the corner is not good. But so the inside gates are free and the left-hand sidecars like this. And also the uphill corners are very good for left-handers, I think, but that's a sport and that's nice. Maybe on the next track the right-handers will be in a better position.
We say in England, swings and roundabouts. It's one or the other, yeah?
That's it, yeah.
Thanks for working with us.
Thank you.
Here we go then, 20 minutes plus 2 laps, looking away, hard on the left, look at the left-hand chair over there, Marco Heinzer, that's Hasker Herkmans in the red, and Robbie Back second, round the outside, Tobias Blank and Justin Blurmer, the number 37, can't see the number, the 36 crew, I beg your pardon. Away they go then, the Swiss, Heinzer Betschart, over these jumps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 peaks on there. Kern Hermans, Ben van den Bogart slotting into third. Behind that flying start by Blank and Blurmer. What a great start also by Hasker Herkmans. So, where is Marvin van Lukenen, red plate, then coming up behind Blank. Looking on the inside if they possibly can. But the right-hand orange-clad and orange outfit, should I say, of Blank and Blurmer in their dark shirts. The number 36 crew. Oh, that's Van Lukenen. Van Lukenen up in the deep stuff. That is not the way to get a good gate position. And seconds, vital seconds, are ticking away here. That's incredible. So he's made a mistake there. Got it up on the bank somehow. Charging on at the front. Heinzer with Hermans breathing down his neck. Heinzer and Betschart. So fast round here. Seems to suit the left-hand sidecars. But alongside now and in front goes Hermans. Hermans posting very quick laps here. He's one of the only crews to dip into the 2:04s. He and Etienne Bax were quick in free practice. Marvin van Lukenen as composed as ever. does not set all his stall out from the word go. He plays his cards very, very carefully. But further down the order, let's see who's coming here. That looks like the Prunier boys on the back of Davy Sanders and Luc Rostang. Indeed they are, the French brothers. The number 9 ahead of them, the 94 chasing hard. He said earlier when I spoke to Kylian Prunier, I absolutely love this sort of track. It's hard pack, it's fast, it's got big jumps, just what we get in France, and I love it. Well, it looks as though he's loving it. Still this battle going on. Van Lukenen then making up lost ground here after getting stuck on the berm. Already past Prunier, so he's going like the proverbial train now, Marvin Van Lukenen. 24 points, he came here in the lead of the championship, and he needs a good gate position for tomorrow's race to make it work. Etienne Bach's yet to come up, of course, he's in Group B. This Group A race then, with Van Lukenen in there behind Sanders. The Ilbardis boys are coming as well. The 101 Latvian crew, massive support for them here. And Van Lukenen has made it past Davy Sanders, Luc Rostang. Van Lukenen Mousset. Veteran passenger Mousset. Nicola, former world champion, of course, so he knows what it's all about. They're weaving their way through. Prunier now on the back of that ragtag bunch. Hermans, Ben van den Bogart jumping high, wide and handsome here. And it's a hot day here in Rudersberg. Look at the crowd. Fantastic supporters here. And one of the most amazing beer tents you'd ever come to, I can tell you. This is it then. Over they go. It's going to be victory for them, and they take that. Yes, thank you very much. Mutual congratulations. Second place, waiting for Marco Heinze. Here he comes. Marco Heinze, Rudy Betchart, the number 93. Won't be seeing him next year. He's just starting a family, so he's going to take a year out, and that's a shame. But it's not the last we've seen of Marco Heinze. And yet we've got France to go, so we'll be seeing him in 2 weeks' time. Van Lukenen, despite that going over the bank, made it up to third. So Van Lukenen, series leader, bringing it home in third place. Excellent, excellent recovery and result. The Ilbardis boys making it home fourth after fighting their way past Sanders and that freight train of riders behind them. Confirmation then, Hermans, Heinze, Van Lukenen, Ilbardis, Sanders, Prunier. These guys will get a good pick of the gate tomorrow. And what a start by those Germans. Blankenblumer finished 7th from a cracking start. Tom van der Lagemer, Haske Herkmans in the top 10.
Marvin, not a qualifying race victory, but still a good position and looking good for tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it's not a problem about the third place today. Here on the gate you have a lot of places where you can take the whole shot, so it's not so important today, the result. So yeah, we are looking forward for tomorrow. It was not too bad. We had a good feeling, so we are quite happy.
You started strongly and then something went wrong, didn't it? You dropped back a couple.
Yeah, but the start was already not so good from the beginning, but we came back to 3, I think so, and then we make a small mistake. We came on the wall and we cannot start directly, and we fall back to place 8, I think so. So we are happy to back on the third place, and yeah, it's good for tomorrow.
Group B then, away they go. Oh, goodness me! Who was that shooting across? Might have been the Wymans, but they've upended an outfit in the back of the picture there. And I can tell you that was Mike Kuban and Zach still upside down, but that overshadowed the whole shot. Taken by Pruma, then stolen by Dan Foden, the number 10. Wilkinson Millard there, so it's British crews in first and third. Tim Pruma and Janos Stegmans back from his injury, fully recovered, but a long layoff, of course. Etienne Bach's Andre Chomak in fourth. Terrific, terrific stuff. Then it's Benny Weiss and Patrick Schneider, the Austrians. But look at this by Dan Foden and Ryan Humphrey. In the lead now from Pruma and Stegmans. Brett Wilkinson, Joe Millard right there. Then it's Bax, 82. Then it's Benny Weiss. And how quick are they? We'd love to see them doing a full season next year, would we not? Austria not strongly represented. Gert van Vermen and Ivar van der Wiel, the number 11. But look at Foden. Foden and Humphrey streaking away here now. Wilkinson up to third. Slotting, well, he's in third. He started third and he's still in third. But he's under pressure now from Etienne Bach, second in the championship. Desperate to get a good start tomorrow, Etienne Bach. Dan Foden country mile in front at the moment. Pruma now battling with Etienne Bax, who is in third and pressing. Etienne Bax then will be looking at the orange and blue clad German pairing. Well, Belgian pairing. I had to think about it there for a minute because Tim's been using Rodolphe Le Breton in recent weeks, but Stegmans is back. Bax then, past Pruma. Now, all he's got in front of him is Dan Foden. Dan Foden and Ryan Humphrey. This track just amazingly spectacular. It suits everybody. Right, left-hand chair, doesn't matter what you've got. Does seem to suit the four-stroke, so I have to say, they are thumping around here very, very well indeed. And it's Etienne Bax still denied the place by Dan Foden. The future for this young British rider is immense, I can tell you. And with the experience of Ryan Humphrey alongside, it's transformed his season. But they've had to give second best to Etienne Bax. That's no disgrace. I think I'd have to do the same. In fact, I wouldn't even be out there. But you know what I mean, metaphorically speaking. And now those two are well away from Pruma. Pruma and Stegmans in front now of Brett Wilkinson. Wilkinson and Millard. Are they going to be able to fight their way past the Germans? Well, that depends. 20 minutes plus 2 laps. A long way in this heat. Wilkinson now, every move getting a bit thwarted. Still Weiss and Schneider there, 91, very much in the hunt. The all-Austrian crew, and Wilkinson is past. Wilkinson has wiggled his way past Tim Pruma. And now Pruma's got to fend off the attack by the Austrians. But at the front, Dan Foden and Ryan Humphrey are tiring a little bit, slipping back. There's Kerben. Kerben and Rodolphe Le Breton trying the tight line. Can they make it work? No, too much soft stuff in the middle there, but it was worth a try. Stefan Weiss-Van der Putten locked in battle with Joshua and Noah Weinman with their left-hand chair. So there's another test now, still at the front. We've got Dan Foden. Dan Foden, well, he's been passed by Etienne, as we know, and he's about to be passed by Brett Wilkinson and Joe Millard. A look over his shoulder, quick look. Joe taking the luxury to glance and make sure that they made it safely through, and what's more, his fellow countrymen made it safely over behind them. Great stuff, punching the air over the tabletop. Etienne Bax knows he's got this one. Another quick lap. He's in the 2 minutes and 4 as well. So he and Koen Hermans are the quickest riders on track here in Rudersberg in qualifying. Can they carry it forward into the races? Only time will tell, but there it is, coasting over the checkered flag. Etienne Bax, Andre Jermak. That will guarantee them a good slot. I hope they make the best of it tomorrow. Second place, Wilkinson and Millard. Third place, Tim Pruma, Jano Stegmans from a fantastic start yet again. So the German-Belgian pairing doing their championship positions. No harm at all with a good qualifying here in Q2. Foden and Humphrey making it over ahead of Benny Weiss. There it is, Bax, Wilkinson, Pruma. Foden from a fantastic start. Managed fourth. Brilliant, brilliant ride. Weiss, Kerben, Van Verben, Weinman, and Wyers, and Christian Hendrick, Simon Lenz running out the top 10.
Patrick, we don't see you and Benny very often in the GPs, but when you come, you're fast, and today was good again.
Yes, we had a good quali today. We had not so easy season. We had some problem in the beginning, and we decided to go not to every GP this year, but today was good, and we're looking forward for tomorrow.
Is there a plan maybe for 2024 that you might do the whole championship?
Yes, our goal for 2024 is to go the whole GPs, and you know, it's a big thing, such a big season, but our goal is it, and we are good to be back on the GPs. Yeah.
Well, it's been a busy season, and throughout this year we've tried to introduce you to the teams. Obviously, with only 14 rounds and teams numbering nearly 30, we can't bring everyone to you, but rest assured, during the coming season, we'll cover those that we've missed. But my guests this time, Tom van der Lagemat and Han van Gaal, a team who've been riding strongly throughout the season. They've had their ups and downs, but they're always there or thereabouts. Tom, if I ask you for the most memorable race this year, which one would it be?
I think it will be the second heat of the French event in Brou. Was not our best result, but by far our best race, because we stole our bike at the start gate and still managed to get from dead last to P13. Was a really strong race from our side, and we passed our competitors who start the race normally. So that was by far our best race, not the best result, like I said, but by far our best race.
Who do you find yourself competing with week after week? You must be mid-pack with someone. Who would that be?
Our red flag is Stefan Wyers, for sure. It's of course it's also a Dutchman and a friend of us, especially from Antje. They're training together midweek, and we are battling over the last 3 years, I guess. Also in Dutch Championship, so that one is also the one we're always ending up in races battling together. So,
Han, how did you two get together? How many seasons have you done?
In 2019 I started with Tom after a little bit difficult year with Andreas Klose, and then I thought 1 year with Tom, and then but at the end I buy the house, and then everything you need to have make some choices, and then first the house ready, and then I never go driving and just do it in the amateur league, and then afterwards I think maybe it's toch nice to start a new adventure and drive together for testing a bike, and then it feels directly nice, so we started a new season together.
How many seasons have you been a passenger at all levels?
I think I started in 2011, I think.
Really?
Yeah, not so many years. I'm 34 now, and I think I do it for 12 years now, something.
How do you cope with the fitness? 34, I mean, I passengered until about 35, and I was beginning to struggle at 35, you know.
It's also when you get older, you don't do the. When I go 3 years back, I did 1 arm here and 1 arm and make a show of it, and now I really do my work, and that's enough. Just doing my job, and then it's enough. Yeah. Maybe a little bit vocal understanding.
Yeah, brilliant. You get on together very well, and I get the impression. I mean, you've got a big truck, a big setup, a big rig. There's quite a strong family connection keeping it going. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct, and we have a really good sponsors around us, where we are really thankful for sure, and they support us keep this doing on this level and compare in every race, and also with the team and the family, it's they all help the team to go to every race, because you need to put so much work down to race every weekend. So really thankful to them for sure.
Because of the popularity of sidecar motocross in the Netherlands, which are sponsors easier to find, or is it always a struggle?
It's always a struggle. I think the team's luck, my luck, is that my dad drove sidecar racing for like 32 years. And he had a lot of old sponsors who want to support me from the moment I start sidecar racing. And I guess that's my luck. So there was already something for me, a platform, before I even start sidecar racing.
Well, thank you both. It's been a real pleasure watching you this year and getting to know you. And I hope that what we've done over the last few minutes will get the folks out there knowing you a bit better. But good luck in whatever lies ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll see you.
Welcome back to the picturesque Rudersberg in Germany. It's race day on round 13 of 14. So 4 more races to go. outside this beautiful town. The people here are just amazing. We've had a great weekend so far, but the best is yet to come. You cannot believe this track outside. It is just amazing. Look at the motorhome park. Caravans, motorhomes. People here have turned up in their thousands for this weekend. Massive, massive sight. And of course, the riders and officials presentation. Always the point at which the fans get to meet up close and personal. Where else in motorsport can you get this close to the celebrities, the superstars? Only in sidecar motocross do you get that wonderful family atmosphere. It's amazing. Well, here's how they line up then. 30 go. Sadly, Dan Foden and Ryan Humphrey won't go. Their place will be taken by Schoenhofer and Schimpel, the Austrians. We've got a mix of chassis on the right-hand side, 15 WSP, 15 VMC, a complete range of engines, 13 4-strokes, 17 2-strokes, TM, AMS, Husky, Zabel, Mega and KTM. Total variety, and this is going to be a fantastic final 4 races. 2 in France, but 2 here. Business to do today in Germany, in Rudersberg. Cannot wait for race 1. This, guys, the track in perfect condition. Very focused, Koen Hermans. He was the quickest guy around here in qualifying. There's the man with a job to do. 24 points the gap between him and series leader Marvin van Leeuwen. There, Ben van den Bogart, extremely focused. Nicolas Mousset doing his gardening. A lot of this to settle the nerves. 1 minute to go then. Race 1 is just round the corner. "20 minutes plus 2 laps, 30 crews go in 2 rows. Which is the best line? Is it in the middle? It's Pruma again. Tim Pruma, Jarno Stegmans getting the whole shot here. Amazing, amazing stuff. Time after time he does it again. Van Leeuwen and Koen Hermans vying. Brett Wilkinson, Joe Millard. What a season they are having. Justin Kerben there, number 7. But it's Wilkinson and Millard in 4th place as Pruma leads. Marco Heinz and Rudy Betschart on their KTM. The Swiss crew slotting into what looked like 6th place. Pruma is flying away with it again. Terrific, terrific man for getting the thing off the line. Davy Sanders there. But Pruma over these jumps, he's really got Van Leeuwen and Hermans pressing him. Wilkinson, Kerben, Heinze. There's Etienne Bax. Not the best of starts for Etienne. He's going to have to work for this one. But you know how his work rate is. Very focused. He'll chip away. He never panics. He knows he's got half an hour and 2 laps to do it in. This is a very tight... Oh, that wasn't straight. Tim Pruma crooked over there. But the first 4 now opening up a bit of a gap over Justin Kerben and Rodolphe Le Breton. Heinze. There's Bax. Bax not making any progress at the moment, but a lot of time to do it in. Look how the passengers work here. They're right and left, right and left. Absolutely no rest for anyone on this Rudersberg track, the famous Rudersberg track that has seen so much sidecar action over the years. Etienne Bax told me he first came here in 2007. He doesn't look old enough, does he? But clearly he's been plugging away in this championship for many years at the highest level. Multiple champion, of course. Out in front now then, the red plate holder, Van Leeuwen and Nicolas Mousset. Tim Pruma still holding second, ahead of Koen Hermans. The track, the one line really, polishing out now. All the loose stuff is coming off the top, and you can see the hardback. This is true hardback underneath the top surface coating. Brett Wilkinson has got Marco Heinze nibbling away. Justin Kerben right there behind Heinze. Van Leeuwen pulling out a gap now, beginning to open up. Koen Hermans there in second now, ahead of Tim Pruma. Wilkinson and Millard have got Pruma to contend with now. Otherwise, Heinze is going to be jumping past them. And what I mean about jumping, the Swiss is so brave. He really hits the jumps. Absolutely heart-stopping moment for him in qualifying over the tabletop, but he got away with it. Look at that! Incredible airtime for Pruma. Wilkinson then, having a look with the left-hand chair. Can he make it through? Because he knows Heinze. Oh, a bit of a rub on Jarno Stegmans, but no. Stegmans holds firm. Tim Prumer holding the line. Here comes Bax. Bax then now making it, oh dear. That's Benny Weiss and Patrick Schneider. Looks like he's parted company. He's been in the deep mud and he's had a big bang. The bike further up the track. So it looks to me like Patrick Schneider parted company, and then Benny Weiss had no alternative but to go into the ropes. Now Wilkinson still looking here to get past Tim Prumer. It's a 4-man, it's a 12-wheeler here. Bax, Chermak have really joined the party. They're on the back of this, looking at an alternative line round the outside of Marco Heinze. Heinze had a quick look, he knew Bax was coming through. Bax has made it, moved up one place. Next target for Bax is Brett Wilkinson and Joe Millard. The British crew, though, will be taking different lines. Is it something Bax can exploit? No, he does it in a straight line, over the whoops, one after the other. Absolutely brilliant stuff. He is on a charge now. Tim Prumer then, next up. This should be relatively straightforward, but Prumer is a difficult man to pass, but Bax has done it. Over the tabletop, he's moved up to where he needs to be, and now the leading two are in sight. Off comes a rip-off from Bax. Prumer then still with him. Wilkinson flying round here. Amazing jumps here. Incredible. Absolutely. As I said earlier, no time for passengers to rest at all. I'm not surprised that some of them have felt the pace here. Wilkinson on the inside of Prumer. Can he make it stick? Oh, yes, he can. That's a good move. Then Wilkinson goes up a place. Leal Bardis is coming now. The Leal Bardis boys, the 101. There they are. 17 years of age, the Leal Bardis boys. Identical twins. They're on the back now with their Mega 2-stroke. Chases the air. Oh, it's Tom van der Lagermaat in trouble. One or two others. Looks like the Weinman's in there as well. So there's been a coming together on the inside of the track. At the front, though, is Van Lukenen, fending off a challenge by Hermans. Hermans is going through. Hermans then up into the lead. Hermans and Ben van der Bogart, the number 3 crew, with the 4-stroke AMS, passing the Zabel VMC of Van Lukenen. Amazing. Look at the crowd. Amazing stuff. The air horns are going here, the waving, the encouragement. This is true entertainment. He's away now. He showed his speed in qualifying. Daniel and Bruno Leal Bardis, 101. They are now up to 4th place. And looking strong here. Etienne Bax now in 3rd, but a bit too far down the road, I think, to do anything about Marvin van Lukenen. But at the moment, they're giving away a couple of points. They don't want to be doing that. They came here with a 24-point disadvantage. Prumer now, who is that pulling out? That's the 113 pulling out of it. That's Girardin, Patrick Girardin and Mathieu Bessay. Stefan Wires in the orange and white. Whoa, they know they've done it. They know they've done it. Ben van der Bogart showboating over the tabletop. One more bend and the jump under the finish banner to go. And victory in race 1 will go to Koen Hermans and Ben van der Bogart. High and wide they go. Lovely job. Job done. Victory for the number 3 crew, 3rd in the championship. It's going to be runner-up for the red plate of Van Lukenen and Nicolas Mousset. And Etienne Bax, André Chermak, a valiant fight through from 8th place on the first lap to bring it home 3rd. Here they come. A good way down, as I say, but they had a lot of work to do when the track was clear for the others to get out in front. 4th place it is for Daniel and Bruno Leal Bardis. Brett Wilkinson and Joe Millard bring it home in 5th in race 1. Not too shabby, boys. We'll take that. Confirmation then, Hermans, Van Lukenen, Bax, Leal Bardis, Wilkinson, Marco Heinze, Kerben, Prunier, Gert van Verven. A good ride by Gert van Verven. He's strong when he wants to be. Ivar van der Wiel doing a great job alongside. Stefan Wires rounding out the top 10. Koen, you might be 3rd in the standings, but that was a class performance. Well done.
Yeah, it was a really nice race. The start was not so good, but we found some good lines, and then the gap to Marvin was a little bit big, but yeah, we can close the gap and we overtake him. So yeah, that was really good.
Fastest lap again. The speed is incredible.
Yeah, the speed is there, and now also yeah, no problems in the race. So yeah, that feels also really good.
Daniel, a really good ride in a very hard race, and the points between you and Brett Wilkinson now just 13.
Yeah, I think it's still a lot, only 3 races left, but yeah, anything could happen. Maybe with a little bit of luck we can get that 4th place, but yeah, now we just focus on the 2nd race and maybe get an even better result.
Axel Ziegler is the president of the Motor Club of Rudersberg, and this is a very famous club. It's been going a long time. Axel, we're delighted to be here. You obviously like the sidecars. How many years has the club been running motocross?
The motocross club is running for 70 years. We have last year the 60th Rudersberg motocross.
And sidecar cross is not the biggest discipline, of course. MXGP is bigger, but sidecar cross is popular here.
Yes, very popular. We are a traditional club for sidecar cross.
How many members do you have in the club? Is it a big team or a small team?
Yeah, we have many members, maybe around about 400, more or less. The main team, my main team, is around about 25 people who organize this this event. All workers here or volunteers here in the event are around about 350.
Well, we can hear in the background the band. Now, I was here last night. There's a massive party, and that is a very important part of your weekend, isn't it? Because you attract a lot of people.
Yes. Our motto is Racing Action Mega Party. Yes, and we have a lot of fun with all the teams and with all the fans. And this is Rudersberg.
Yeah, and of course, it's lovely countryside. The town is quite close by. The people come in large numbers, and without them, commercially, it would be difficult. You need to do the whole thing, the entertainment, to make it commercially viable. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. Very correct. We need the party to be successful.
Yeah, well, you do it very well. You know how to build a track. You know how to run an event. All the teams love the track, and since last year, you've made some small changes. What were those changes?
We have one more tabletop on the north side of the track, and one more corner and a big jump from the forest outside. Don't know the right words.
That's okay. We also know from last year it can rain here, so this track works in the wet and in the dry, obviously.
Yes. Last year was very difficult for us, but we do our very best. My team do our very best. And Saturday we have a lot of rain, and Sunday we can start the race. They are with big machines on the track, and they work the whole night.
Well, thank you for doing a fantastic job again, and thank you and the club for having us back, because we love it here.
Thank you to WSC. It's a very good
relationship.
Yeah, relationship, and yes.
Good. Well, thank you again, and have a successful weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Well, one more race to go here in Rudersberg, and then 2 more in the finale in France. It's really coming down to the wire in this title chase. Etienne Bax gave away 2 points that time, so the gap is now 26. "30 minutes plus 2 laps again, away they go. Bax has changed his start position this time. He's starting from somewhere in the middle alongside Tim Prumer. Tim Prumer didn't get it though. It was Koen Hermans and Ben van der Berg who got the whole shot this time. Van Lukener sneaks through on the inside though into the lead. Kerbin is in 3rd. Prumer now finds himself in 5th. Etienne Bax scrubbing on the high line on that left-handed corner to grab 3rd place, and he's done it. 3rd place in front of Kerbin and Rodolphe Le Breton. So, the top 3 men in the championship are the top 3 men in the race. And in championship order, would you believe? Van Lukenen leading Hermans. No, I beg your pardon. Not in championship order. Bax is in third. Got that the wrong way round. Doesn't matter. They're the right way round in the race. Just look at the speed they're coming down there. Another good start by Gert van Verben and Ivar van der Wiel, the number 11 TM. There they are. Looking pretty. Nice colours to pick out. Van Verben talking about retiring. We've heard this before, haven't we? Let's wait and see what next season brings. You never know. The big Dutchman is an integral part of the paddock. It would be good to see him continue. Van Lukenen, Hermans, Bax. High, really riding conservatively here, Bax, but keeping them in focus. That's what he's got to do. Stay tight and stay close. Not let them get away, because on this... Oh, that's Herman sideways! Herman sideways! The back broke away, and that's put Bax up to second. Bax and Chermak in second. Big mistake. Shake of the head from Koen Hermans. Just a little bit of slippery going. Too tight on that left-hander, and the back slid round, and this is what it's cost him. Now down in third. But he is the quickest man on the track. Only by a fraction, though. Etienne Bax matching him pretty much for speed. Leg for leg. Wheel for wheel. Second now, Bax, but he's got Van Lukenen in his sights. Marvin Van Lukenen has been impeccable this year. He and Nicolas Mousset took the red plate from the very first event and have carried it right through the 13 rounds so far this season, with one more still to go. Brett Wilkinson, Joe Millard on target for a fantastic result. They're sitting fourth in the championship. Can they bring it? Oh, it's Hermans again! Hermans has stopped, hand in the air from Van den Bogart. This time, it looks terminal. Is it though? We've seen this before. Something makes that AMS mysteriously stop. Got to be an electrical problem. Got to be something intermittent. I'm sure Glenn Woodman will be scratching his head trying to analyse what that intermittent problem is. Meanwhile, the pure Husqvarna of Etienne Bax and André Chermak is now ahead of Van Lukenen as they go past Jan Polivka and Mirazat Lukel, the Czech pairing. Bax and Chermak in the lead now. If things stay the way they are, they pull back 3 points, giving them a 1 point advantage over the position in which they were when they came here. Brett Wilkinson and Joe Millard on target here for a very strong finish. They're in third place at the moment due to Koen Hermans stopping, spinning and then stopping. Goodness knows. Has he got going? We don't even know. Well, there's Marco Heinze. Marco Heinze is running strongly. He's in 7th place at the moment. The Lille Valdis boys also. Surely there's a world championship in it for them at some point in their young careers. A bit further up the road, but they've certainly got race pace and they've got stamina. They get quicker as the race goes on. They don't get the best of starts, but if they got the best of starts, I tell you, you wouldn't see which way they went. Look how polished these jumps are. Kilian and Yvon Prunier in black this time out. The French champions, double French champions, newly crowned again for 2023, despite the fact that Marvin Van Lukenen won 22 out of 24 races in the French championship. Due to a license complication, he was not allowed to claim the title. Doesn't matter. You're champions. That's all that matters, Prunier boys. Marco Heinze and Rudy Betchart ahead now of the Lille Valdis twins. Are they going to be able to keep them at bay? Well, time will tell. We're deep into this race now, but the conditions here are extreme. It's hot. It's exhausting. There's your answer. Koen Hermans is going again. So they've got running, and they are ahead of Prunier and Lille Valdis. So they fought their way through. Whatever that problem was cured itself, or they found it. Look how polished the track is. It's rock hard underneath. Great battle this. You're watching the charge through from the Lille Valdis boys. How far can they bring it up the field, I wonder. Out in front though, we've got Etienne Bax and André Chermak. And this is the battle further down. Here they are then, race leaders, Bax and Chermak on that ultralight Husqvarna. thundering away. You can hear the crack of the exhaust. They've absolutely trimmed it down in weight to the bare minimum, the bare safe minimum, let me put it that way. But he knows the enormity of the challenge. That's it, job done. Fist in the air, they know they've won this one. 25 points, so they pull back the 3, giving them a 1-point advantage over the position in which they were when they came here. Etienne backs Andre Chermak. Winners then of race 2, it's Marvin van Luken and Nicolas Mousset bringing it home in 2nd place. A good ride, a composed ride. This man knows how to win a championship and he wants it. 2 more races to go in France in 2 weeks' time. He just has to keep his cool. 3rd place, a brilliant result for Brett Wilkinson and Joe Millard. They have ridden so well this year, despite a DNF and 1 or 2 other problems, and they are still right up there in the title chase in 4th. Race result: Bax, Van Lucena, Wilkinson, top 3. Hermans, Ben van der Bogart, Daniel Leeuw-Bardis. Well, I can tell you, has Wilkinson got himself in the overall? No, he hasn't. Prunier there, Heinze. Somewhat disappointing because you clearly have the speed, but a couple of little hiccups.
Yeah, the first heat was perfect. Second heat, we had also the speed. Only a small mistake in the second corner. It was a little bit slippery, and we turned around, so we lost some places. We fought like lions, and yeah, 3rd place overall was the highest possible. Happy, but yeah, not satisfied.
Well, 3rd place in the championship is guaranteed now. That's where you're going to be, but there's always next year.
Yeah, of course. There's always next year. Bronze medal is also good. Yeah, looking forward to 24.
Marvin, 2nd overall, but all you had to do was contain that, really, didn't you? That was damage limitation. You gave away 1 point.
Yeah, you know, on 50 points we lose 1 point, so it's for sure a good weekend, and it's only 1 to go. But yeah, we don't want to look too much forward and just race by race and do our best.
Isn't it a sign of the quality of this championship that yet again it comes down to the last round?
Yeah, but I think it's nice for the supporters also, and yeah, for us it's maybe a bit stressed, but like I said already before, we just want to go for the win always, and then we will see if we take the title or not.
Etienne, a great weekend. I mean, that was a really, really hard 2 races.
Yes, it was. It was a tough weekend overall. It was warm and it was tough, but you know, I must say the track is great here, and they changed it over the last 2 years quite a lot, and I think this is very positive for the side. It suits the sidecar sport really good, and yeah, I'm really happy that we're a guest here. So it was a great weekend of racing. In the first heat, we had a quite bad start, and we need to come from place 6 or 7, and we lost a little bit the gap to the first 2, and we could not close it anymore. But the second hit was much better. We were 3 or 4 at the start, and yeah, could win the race. So overall, it was a great weekend. We take the overall, and I'm happy.
Well, what's that done? You can see that gap has come down just a little bit. 23 points now, the gap. Only that one of those 2 can win the title. Hermans confirmed 3rd. Wilkinson enhanced his 4th position. Brilliant season for them. Brett and Joe going well. Leeuw-Bardis, Kerben, Davy Sanders, Gert van Verven, Ivan van der Wiel this weekend, Robert de Vena earlier in the season. They're heading up the next page of the standings in 11th place. Stefan Wires, Tom van der Lagermaat, Lefrink wasn't here. Dan Foden sadly didn't ride. Well, it was a barnstorming race here in Rudersberg. 2 more races to go in 2 weeks' time. Castelnau de Lévis in the south of France. The weather is bound to be good. It's been brilliant. Hope you've enjoyed it. From me, Barry Nutley, do join us again for the grand finale in France. We look forward to talking to you and bringing you the entertainment as it happens. What a sport.
We never stop, still going when you're finished. And even when we bleed, still believe that we can win this. We got what's underneath, you're all about that image. We never even stop at the top, no limits. Champions, and we're the champions. And we're the champions. And we're the champions.
Peterson is 10 times the world champion. Bax and Stupilis, they've done it again. Unbelievable. Marvin van Lukenen certainly deserves the red plate. And what an incredible sport this is. Fast, high and spectacular. Unbelievable.